Man, this motor is pretty wide. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use the exhaust. And so here's something that I was thinking about. If I can get these truck governors on here and the blowers working and this motor back going, I'll take these exhaust manifolds off, and I'll have tubular style headers made, because that'll look badass anyway. So I'll have headers made that come back here and turn up like this right here, and then I'll put, depending on where the truck closes down, I think the truck will close down far enough back, I'll put the turbos right here, and we'll move the oil fill, and we'll put a turbo right here on each side, and we'll run. The way they got it right now is this is 2 separate motors, 2 separate blowers, 2 separate turbos, but I think it would be badass if we put 4 turbos on it. Even if we have to have the turbos right here. Because this area will be cleared off, right? So what I could do is put a turbo here and a turbo here on both sides, and have a tubular exhaust come back. That would look so badass anyways. So we'll see how it goes. We still have to fit these huge water manifolds. They have to be able to clear the truck when it comes down. So I'm not even sure how that's going to work yet, because that's the widest part of the motor. The fuel filters, this housing I can put on the frame rail and just run new hoses. So I'm not super concerned with those. So we'll see. These water manifolds might be a problem, but we'll see. No big deal. But I'm going to take the turbos off and these shutoffs off the blowers, and then we'll tape the blower shut to keep any debris out of there. And I'll just feel better about it once I get that done. So let's get a look at it. I need that 5/8. Okay, good trip around a little bit. Not really sure. What's the deal? What's the dealio? That's why I wanted to get this stuff picked up first, because it's getting annoying already, just stepping over everything. So it's pretty rounded. So likely what we're going to do is grab a snap-on wrench. Matco wrenches are fine unless you got a little bit of damage. Once you get a little bit of damage, you got to go with the snap-on wrench. And This one may even be too bad for a snap-on wrench, but we're going to try it. See what happens. Might just cut it off. We're going to put new ones on anyways. I don't like doing that. I could try heating it up first, but it's rounded all the way off, and then I used the snap-on wrench and it finished the job. Well, it did actually break it free. Problem is I don't know if it'll go up the... It will, by God. So just so you know, people that are like, oh man, I don't know why anybody buys snap-on tools. I mean, my Protos or my Black & Decker or my no-name tools are every bit as good as any snap-on tool. Wrong. Let me show you why. This is a Matco wrench, and it's a good-ass wrench. I use it all the time. I rarely use my snap-on wrenches because I don't want them all arced up if I'm being careless. But get you looking there. You know, it's just your basic wrench. This is a snap-on wrench. It's a flank drive. Get you looking there. You see those little grooves in that thing? Those will get stuck stuff. This wouldn't even bite it at all. It's just like it was round all the way out. This got on there, started to strip out, and those teeth in there grabbed a hold of what was left, and I'm taking that fitting out. And if you guys have ever had a fitting rounded out, you know that it's vice grip territory at that point. But when you can't get a pair of vice grips in there, my only other choice would have been cut that thing off and worry about it later. But because I have snap-on wrenches, flank drive, little teeth in there, I was able to get that out, and you can see that it's rounded. It's rounded completely out. We're not going to be using any of this piping. Well, we're not planning on using any of this piping. But, you know, plans change sometimes, so we still are hoping that there's nothing wrong with this motor. Like it isn't putting water into the oil pan or something. Because it'll suck if we have to do an in-frame. Okay, let's see. We'll put this oh, it's rotting right off anyway. Okay, so let's put these bolts in here so we're not looking for them later. These turbos are sure nice. Man, those babies are stuck up in there. Now again, I said we're not going to use any of these, but there's no sense in destroying them either, right? Because plans do change, so. We'll try and oop. Almost overpowered me. Man, those turbos are nice. All right. I'll loosen both of these up, but it doesn't mean that they aren't glued on there, you know. All right, nice. That blower is pooched, as Mike would say. You guys know Peterbilt Mike, right? Yeah, I think he'd say that was pooched. And he's right, it is pooched. Well, we'll see what the front one looks like. I know it was squealing. It was squealing when I started it. And I thought it was a water pump, but likely that's why they took it out of service. Got a bolt down in there or something, man, it is dug up. I mean, it feels nice, but it's grooved up so bad. Oh man, that's definitely what was happening. That thing was trying to lock up. So it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. So all we can do is continue taking it apart. All right. This is gonna be kind of awkward. I just got that bar holding them together, but oh man, this blower's pooched out as well. This one I can't turn though, because it's still in the drive in the front. So I mean, the front one's got some wear marks, but nothing like this back one, and that's crazy, super crazy. So let's see, those are 1/2 inch. Maybe I'll take this this out. I'm gonna tape those blowers shut. Guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and take this Woodward governor off. This is a hydraulic governor, and it's I don't know. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this off. We'll take this link between the two blowers off, and we will take this blower off, clean out from underneath it, vacuum it out real good, see if this is after cooled or not, and hopefully it is, because this thing's got some huge ass injectors in it. So hopefully it's after cooled, or maybe that didn't need to be after cooled because it had such a large quantity of cold water. I don't know. I don't have any idea. So, sure is interesting though. So we'll get the, only thing we can do is do what we're doing. We'll get this blower off and we'll see what it looks like. Let me get some fuel lines off. I don't know how we're gonna get the fuel rods out of there. These are different. These fuel rods are different. They take there's a keeper in there, and it's bent pretty good, so I don't know how it'll go through there. It can be interesting. Let me see. I need my extension probably. And then, I mean, I guess I could do it with a wrench. Such a mess in here. All right, we'll take this, we'll unmount this first. And then I'll get that link between the two blowers disconnected. Then we'll try and get the fuel rods out. And if we can get the fuel rods out, which I don't know how we're going to do it because it's got a huge water manifold that connects these two engines together. So I don't really know how that's going to work. I don't know if it will work, but we'll try and get the fuel rods out. And I got some new fuel rods. We may have to take the we may have to take the 2-bolt racks off to give us room to move that rod up and down. And the thing is, we don't want to damage those rods, because if we have to scrap this project, we're going to sell this motor to somebody who might want to put it back together the way it was. I don't really know what this filter is. Weird. Is it oil? Is it coolant? Is it diesel fuel? I don't have the answer. Weirdly enough. It's a bit nutty. It tastes like oil, but it smelled like coolant. But I don't really have an answer. I think it's oil. Yeah, this is definitely an oil galley. So it must have been oil in it oils the blower and the governor. Interesting that it has a filter on it. Must be so you can. Okay, so let's just put this rag here to catch that wall. And we'll see if it runs out of there at a high rate or a low rate or no rate. It's funny they used copper washers on a lot of stuff on these motors. I guess to keep bolts from leaking. It's interesting, really. All right, so there wasn't a whole lot in there. That's good. All right, so we'll take this plate and we'll just set it on over here for right now. We'll take this valve cover off. Super clean in there. We'll just stick this valve cover on this motor. And we'll try and get this, we'll take this fuel rack out. It's just 4 bolts. We'll take those out. We'll take this whole fuel rack right off. And then we'll see if we can get that. Well, first things first. This is a major job. I don't know if I told you that, guys, when we started this, but this is a major job. You know, putting an engine in a truck that was never designed to go in a truck is dang near foolish anyways. But then, you know, all the other stuff that goes along with it. Plus, this really is an untested engine, you know. And not only am I putting an engine in a truck that never meant to go in this truck, but I'm also doing a lot of custom stuff as well. It's not just a, you know, oh, I'm going to do an engine swap. I'm talking about 4 turbos, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on that was never really intended to be part of the deal. So it is what it is. We're gonna see what we can do. And again, you know, if I already said it once, if we have to scrap this project and just go to putting a Caterpillar, a new motor in there, we will do it. I mean, I don't want to. I want to do this, but we'll do what we got to do. Krystal wants to be back to being out on the road, and I don't blame her. Alright, so we've got this fuel rod disconnected out here. Now we're going to see about disconnecting it in there and then trying to get it wiggled out. It doesn't look like it's going to be a wiggling out scenario. We still may not get this engine done enough tonight to where I can comfortably say, okay, let's clean up the mess and move it out of the way. I may need one more day out here, but we're going to see. Okay, I got a hairpin and a washer. Then I'm going to put the washer and the hairpin back on so that I don't lose it. Now, I'm not using this blower, so if I drop it in there, it's not that big of a deal, but I would like to just keep it all together, you know. All right, so let's see. What can we do here to get this out? This one will come out the top. Look at that. Came right out the top. That's pretty cool, actually. Now, let's see if that other one will come out the top. If that other one comes out the top, I'm going to be pretty excited. Just saying. I don't know how we're going to go about putting the other ones in, but I'm just going to tell you right now, this guy right here is going to be pretty super excited if those come out that nice. Okay. All right, so we'll let you see what I did over there on this side. I'm going to stuff this hose under there, take this valve cover off, take it over here, put it on this motor for safekeeping. Look how clean it is in there. And what we're doing is we're taking this rod right here out of up here. So up here it's got a hairpin, and down here it's got a cotter pin. So we'll straighten these ears out on this cotter pin. Turn this around, grab that pin, and we'll make this square. Take this pin out, move that rod out of there. I'm going to set this right here for right now. Might be a bad idea, but then we're going to go inside here. Take that pin out. This I'm going to drop in there because there's no way for me to rescue it. It's hanging off right now. Mike can. Can't believe I did that, but I did. All right, so now I've got to push that rod off, and then will it come out? It won't come out the bottom. Will it come out the top? It came right out the top. Look at that. that is pretty cool, I got to tell you right now, because that was something that I was worried about. Now, it doesn't mean that the new rods for the new governor are going to work that way, but for the old governor, it sure did. All right, so now we're going to take these 7/16 bolts apart. All right, guys, so my microphone went dead, so we're going to wrap it up for tonight. But I was just telling you about these being blowers, not superchargers. So Detroit diesel 2-stroke engine doesn't have intake valves. It's got a bunch of exhaust valves. It has no intake valves. So what happens is these blowers are mechanically driven off the crankshaft. They pressurize the lower, what's called the air box in the block. When the piston goes down, that pressurized air rushes in and fills that chamber volume. And then the piston goes up and compresses it and ignites. Without these blowers, this engine won't even run. So anyways, that's it for today. I'm going to put this stuff kind of back together and put it in a bag or container and get this blower off. You won't get to see me take the blower off, but you saw me take the one off the 6 anyways. So this is just more of the same. I appreciate you guys coming today. This is going to probably wrap up part 3, unless I end up wrapping it up earlier than right now. This will be part 4, and then I'll be saying hi to you instead of goodbye to you. But I really appreciate you guys, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you.